analyse triple.
Twenty-six-year-old Cameroon female international footballer Nchot Njoya Ajaram has been nominated for the 2019 Pushkash Award after a superb goal she scored against New Zealand at the just ended 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. What are the chances for Ajaram to clinch this coveted silverware is the big question we shall be finding out today on the program Prime Sports Live on My Media Prime Television. Plus, we shall also find out what has been the performances of Cameroonian international players this week in their respective clubs, be it in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, and other parts of the world. We shall look at some of them tonight on the program Prime Sports coming to live on My Media Prime Television. We're broadcasting from Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. Welcome on board. Yo, welcome back, televiewers. You're watching Prime Sports coming to live on your world of sports, My Media Prime Television. We're broadcasting live from Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. Tonight, we have our regular analyst with us to help us discuss sports issues within and without Cameroon. I'll start with you, the boy himself, Billy Bob Ndive Lifongo. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Metush.
How you doing?
Thank God, we are doing great.
How was your week?
A hectic one. Thank God tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday. Are you ready for the weekend?
Yeah, you know, workers like weekend a lot. And, tomorrow is weekend, and we pray that it comes earlier, like they say, TGIF.
All right.
It's Friday.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mola Lifongo Ndive, who is right here with us to talk sports tonight on the program Prime Sports. And second analyst on the program is a football agent. He was here last week. He gave us a rich insight on the program last week, and he's here again tonight to help us discuss sports issues within and without Cameroon. He's called Jerome Mbango. Amuto. Windele.
Et voilà, il faudrait d'ailleurs dire bonsoir à l'ensemble du public qui visionne je vais dire, ce programme. Il faut dire bonsoir à Billy et on espère tout simplement qu'on doit une fois de plus édifier le public qui de temps en temps visionne ce programme dans cette chaîne de télévision. Bonsoir.
All right, thank you so much, Jerome Bango, who is right here for us to talk sports tonight on the program Prime Sports coming to life on My Media Prime Television. Up next, we bring to you Kame Vibes. Stay with us. I'll be right back. You're welcome back. Cameroon's team at the 2019 All-African Games in Rabat, Morocco over the weekend. Last weekend, I beg your pardon, had to harvest their first medal, and they had 4 medals in judo. The first medal that was won by Helen Wezu on Saturday, and we had 2 medals, 1 silver and 2 bronze that were won, still in the discipline of judo for Team Cameroon. Those were the first 4 medals that they harvested over the weekend. Time for us to take you back to our first report to find out how did Team Cameroon at the All-African Games harvested their first 4 medals. It's up next in the following report.
Sophie Batey are the first 4 medalists for Team Cameroon in Rabat, Morocco. Helen Wezu defended her 2015 title by winning Cameroon's first gold medal in the minus 63 kg judo category on Saturday. She defeated her Algerian opponent with an ippon, which is the highest score in the game. 27-year-old judoka sensational Vanessa Mbala Atanganam also grabbed Team Cameroon's first silver medal in the women's plus 78 kg on Sunday. Still at the final, Sophie Batey defended her 2015 bronze title by beating Kabore Aguirata from Burundi with an ippon. The victory gave her the bronze medal in the minus 70 kg category. Meanwhile, Dieudonné Dolasem recorded a similar result in the male minus 90 kg category. At the end of day 2 actions, Cameroon had a total of 4 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze, occupying the 6th position in the general classification table. The official opening ceremony of the 12th edition of the All-African Games has been programmed for Monday, August 19, 2019, in Rabat, Morocco.
During the opener of the All-African Games, Team Cameroon took the crowd by surprise, especially with their traditional regalia. Cameroon paraded with the Sawa attire that constituted of the Sanja for the men and Kabangundo for the women. The 121 Cameroonian athletes will compete, or better still, are competing for 12 disciplines, 12 individual and collective sport disciplines between the All-African Games will run from the 19th to the 31st of August 2019. 54 nations are participating at this year's sporting event. It is the first time that the African Games will be staged or is being staged in Morocco following their admission into the African Union. The athletes parading side, or better still, the athletes paraded alongside the Olympic Committee of Cameroon. Team Cameroon has won 4 medals, as we earlier told you, during the first 2 days of that competition ongoing out there in Rabat, Morocco. And to let you know that 9 countries have already played host to the All-African Games. We have Congo, we have Nigeria, we have Algeria, we have Kenya, we have Egypt, we have Zimbabwe, South Africa, Mozambique, and Morocco. Meanwhile, Nigeria, Congo, and Algeria have each hosted the tournament twice. A total of 27 disciplines will feature in the games, namely athletics, iveron, badminton, basketball, volleyball, boxing, canoe kayak, cycling, chess, fencing, football, judo, weightlifting, handball, gymnastic, karate, wrestling, swimming, taekwondo, tennis, table tennis, triathlon, archery, shooting, snookers, and riding sports. And as I told you, winners of 17 disciplines will automatically qualify for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. And I told you that all the countries that make up the African Union are part and parcel of this year's edition of the All-African Games. Take note that the last time that Africa hosted such a game was way back back in 2015 that Gabon played host to the tournament. And to let you know that the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon arrived at their base in Bahida, that is in Ethiopia, on Sunday morning. The team of 20 players picked by coach Jean-François Alain for their second round Olympic Games leg. Better still, to let you know that in Ethiopia have members of the playing staff arriving through different flight itineraries. The biggest delegation left Cameroon on Saturday morning and arrived Ethiopia in the early hours of Sunday before moving to spend the night in Addis Ababa. On Sunday morning, the team took another flight to Bahida, where they touched down at they touched down at exactly 9:25 a.m. Most of the players currently in camp are Cameroonian-based players. The team has traveled away ahead of time, a factor that can help the team properly acclimatize ahead of their first leg clash against Ethiopia on the 26th of August 2019 at the Bahida International Stadium. And next, Monsieur Boa, nous sommes déjà au troisième sujet avec les Lions. All right, and to add more information on what I earlier mentioned, that some of the game, because some of the players could not be part and parcel, such as Njoya Ajara, will miss the first leg game because they have not been released by their clubs, given that international break only starts on the 26th of this month. Some of these top players may only be invited for the second leg game in Yaoundé on the 1st of August. And if coach Alain Jean-François deems it necessary, Cameroon is looking forward to pick up a qualification ticket for the second Olympic Games in their history. And on to our fourth story, still with the All-African Games. The Super Falconets of Nigeria came from behind on Wednesday to pick up an important point that sealed their qualification to the semi-finals of the Under-20 women's football in the ongoing All-African Games in Rabat, Morocco. Cameroon took their lead in the 26th minute of the game through Dabala Claudia, but couldn't protect their lead till the end as the Nigerians equalized at the 53rd minute of the second segment of the game through Agbo Malu Grace Chinyere. The scoreline stayed that way till the end of the game, and at full time, a dominant Cameroon side settled for a point against a much satisfied Nigerian side who had to come from behind to pick up a ticket for the semi-finals. And to let you know that full time in Rabat, it was Nigeria 1, Cameroon 1. And to let you know that for the statistics, we had shot on target, we have shots, we had 5 for Nigeria and 7 for Cameroon. We have corners, we have 3 for Nigeria and 7 for Cameroon. For fouls, we have 13 for Nigeria and 26 for Cameroon. Cameroon have their chances of qualification intact as they are looking forward for their next game, hopefully against South Africa, that will permit them sail through to the next stage, or better still to the semi-finals of the 2019 All-African Games. So those were the few stories we had for you today on Kame Vibes on the program Prime Sports, coming to you live on My Media Prime Television. We'll now take you back to our machines to have a brief transition. We'll come back, we'll dive straight away into our talking points. Stay with us, we'll be right back. You're welcome back. You're watching Prime Sports coming to live on My Media Prime Television. We're broadcasting live from Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. Time for us to move straight away into our first talking point. And tonight we shall be looking at the possibilities of Cameroonian sensational in the person of Nchuat Njoya Ajara in clinching the 2019 Pushkash Award. I'll start with you, Billy Bob, asking you first of all, what do you think or what do you know about the Pushkash Award?
The Pushkash Award is an award installed by FIFA it's honoring the Pushkash, the Polonese.
The Hungarian?
No, the Hungarian, sorry, Hungarian, I say Polonese, it's a Hungarian player who scored too many goals and wonderful goals throughout his career, and they are paying homage to him and decided to pay homage and a tribute to him for wonderful works. And it makes every year it comes where FIFA reconciles magnificent goals around the world to see how they can compensate excellence for those who work hard in scoring magnificent goals. Because football is a game of goals, and at the end of the day, if they can attribute some prizes to those who work extremely hard. For example, if you look at the categories of goals that they have selected for the Pushkash Award, you realize that people have scored goals this
classical
year.
Goals.
Classical goals, classical finishing from top unknown players. Because we will talk of somebody like Ajara being in the midst of the Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the Lionel Messi. Ajara is like an outsider in the thing, and at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing that, because with the Pushkash Award, I think Ajara is going to be more known again. Yeah, I think with the Pushkash Award, FIFA did so well to
bring her on board.
To bring her on board and to bring the award in place. The award itself is something that is magnificent.
All right, so Mr. Jerome Bango, what do you make of the Pushkash Award? Have you heard about it before, and what do you make of it in the first place?
Il faudra tout simplement dire que c'est un titre instauré par la FIFA qui tient à récompenser le meilleur but ou alors le top but des compétitions de par le monde, et qui décerne tout simplement cet Hongrois qui a été l'un des artificiers au niveau du football mondial et qui a reçu tout simplement ce nom. Question de ne pas perdre sa mémoire. Et lorsqu'on sait que dans cet ensemble des compétiteurs, lorsqu'on retrouve un Lionel Messi, Zlatan Ibrahimovic et les autres, il faudra tout simplement dire que pour nous qui sommes Camerounais, on est tout simplement flattés que de voir Chouta Diarra dans cette liste, parce qu'il faudra tout simplement rappeler que au niveau, pendant le mondial, on s'est seulement rendu compte que c'est la fille qui avait plus de niaque, qui avait plus d'envie de bien faire. Et aujourd'hui, je crois qu'avec le fait que Deborah Gaël étant un tout petit peu diminué et que Nguene Aboudi n'étant pas très bien vu, ça fait que Chouta Diarra a tout simplement pris beaucoup de choses à son compte. Et on sait aussi qu'elle a discuté le titre de meilleure footballeuse au niveau du continent africain. Donc ça fait que vraiment nous sommes flattés, et tout simplement dans le souhait, tout en espérant que après Mohamed Salah, pourquoi pas Chouta Diarra, donc qui pourra. On sait que ça ne sera pas facile pour elle, mais dans la liste des 10 nominés, il y a 3 joueuses. Il y a l'américaine Eni Rodriguez, il y a l'irlandaise Billy Sampson. Donc on s'est dit, si on voit se faire fi de cet assemblage, Chouta Diarra est mieux parti, parce qu'on sait qu'au niveau de la compétition féminine, le top but lui revient. Ça, c'est mon pronostic propre à moi.
All right. That's Mr. Jerome Bango already saying that he sees Ajara clinching that coveted trophy out there in the 2019 Pushkash Award. Now let's bring to you the facts and figures about the Pushkash Award that has been brought in place or put in place by the world's football governing body, that is FIFA. The FIFA Pushkash Award honors the players with the most spectacular goal in the calendar year, but do not know the story of the football legend. This award is named after the 2019 2019 FIFA Best Award will take place next month, and there will be a new winner for the Puskás Award. And to let you know that the FIFA Puskás Award is awarded to the player who is judged to have scored the most spectacular, beautiful, aesthetically pleasing goal, either male or female, over the calendar year in any tournament, league or division. The award started in 2009 with Portuguese forward Cristiano Ronaldo being its inaugural winner. His spectacular 40-yard strike for Manchester United against FC Porto in the UEFA Champions League was the first goal in the award. 10 nominees with outstanding goals, which are judged to have been deliberate efforts from their authors, are selected by a panel of selected FIFA and external experts. The 10 nominees or nominated goals are then put on an open vote by the public, through the FIFA official website. The 3 nominees with the highest votes are then presented to a panel of FIFA legends who have the daunting responsibility of choosing who wins the Puskás Award for the 3 nominees. The winners is then announced at the FIFA Best Awards ceremony on September 23, 2019, in the FIFA Best Awards ceremony in Milan. The winner of the Puskás Award could either be Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Lionel Messi, Billy Simpson, who are among the nominees for the award this year. This award is named after the legendary Real Madrid and Hungarian international forward Ferenc Puskás. Puskás is regarded as one of the greatest players of all times. He scored 84 goals in 85 caps for Hungary, which he is a standout performance during his days, and now he was also a key member of the all-conquering Real Madrid team that won 5 consecutive European Cups, today known as the UEFA Champions League titles, from the year 1955 to 1960, and was still an integral part of the team in the 1960s. Puskás scored an outstanding 512 goals in 528 games in the Hungarian Spanish leagues. After winning the Olympic gold medal in football in 1952 in Helsinki, Puskás led Hungary by example to the finals of the 1954 FIFA World Cup. Prior to his death on November 17, 2006, at the age of 79, Puskás had been a football manager. He coached Hercules, San Francisco Golden Gate Gales, Vancouver Royals, Alavs, Panathinaikos, Real Murcia, Colo-Colo, Saudi Arabia, AEK Athens, Al Masry, Sol de America, Sore Portenio, South Melbourne, Hellas, and Hungary. His coaching career took him to Europe, South America, North America, Asia, Africa, and Australia. He died of Nomesia, or better still, of Nomania, and was buried under the dome of the St. Stephen's Basilica, that is in Budapest, on December 9, 2006. What a rich expose, what a rich profile for the man Ferenc Puskás, Billy Bob.
When you listen to Puskás's
history,
the review that you just made, you realize that I think there was no other person to have gotten that FIFA would have given that award to his name. Because he did wonderful, for especially for Real Madrid, because in Real Madrid, if you follow their history, Puskás did a lot, especially their 5 times winning the UEFA, the European Champions League, then European Champions League, before it transformed to 1993 to the Champions League. And I think he did so well. You hear somebody who played who scored 512 goals in 528 matches, then he just tells you that he was a no-nonsense attacker. Yeah, he was just he can only be compared to people like the great King Pelé and the others. So I think he merits the award, the name given to him. I think he merits it. There's no other person who could have gotten that tribute.
All right.
Yeah,
So seeing Ferenc Puskás scoring 84 goals in 85 appearances for the Hungarian national side. I want to start from there. And again, having such an honor, do you think it's something that we ought to emulate? 84 goals in 84 matches for his national team?
Ben, il faut tout simplement dire qu'il n'y aura plus d'attaquants comme lui, hein, soit du côté de la Hongrie, que ce soit du côté de l'Europe, parce que lorsqu'on retrouve un bonhomme qui a égalé apparemment le nombre de matchs joués au nombre de buts, voilà, je crois que c'est pas donné à notre profil. Moi, celui que je voudrais remercier par rapport à cet award, c'est Infantino. Infantino qui vient un tout petit peu innover au niveau de la FIFA, parce qu'on sait aussi, hein, l'Afrique regorge aussi des grands talents. On aimerait voir des titres, pourquoi au nom de Roger Mila, Georges Pont-Voyard, Rabat Maguer, je veux dire les autres. Ben, c'est tout simplement à l'honneur de ceux-là qui ont porté haut le football mondial, et que de temps en temps qu'il faille penser à eux, parce qu'il faut tout simplement dire aussi que c'est un bonhomme qui a fait plein de sa carrière en tant que footballeur et aussi en qualité d'entraîneur, hein, comme son condensé venait de le dire, qu'il a été entraîneur du côté de l'Afrique, de l'Europe, de l'Amérique du Nord que l'Amérique centrale, du côté de l'Asie. Donc, je crois qu'un bonhomme comme ça se doit d'être relais au niveau de l'instance fêtière du football mondial, au niveau de la FIFA. C'est tout simplement un honneur pour lui et pour ceux qui sont dans ce casting de nomination à ce niveau-là. Donc, on peut que dire que c'est quelqu'un qui a rempli sa carrière lorsqu'il avait été comme footballeur ou comme entraîneur.
All right, and again, the award was named after him as a way of to preserve his memories, his sweet memories he had as a football icon, and to let you know that it is important to preserve the memory of those football greats, of those footballing greats who have left their mark on our history. The former FIFA president Sepp Blatter said in 2009 during the inaugural of, during the inauguration of the award, Puskás was not only a player with immense talent who won many honors, but also a remarkable man. FIFA is therefore delighted to pay tribute to him by dedicating this award to his memory. Whoever wins this year's award will succeed Egypt's Mohamed Salah, whose goal for Liverpool against Everton in the Merseyside derby in the English Premier League was voted as best. The winners of the award have not necessarily come, or better still, have not necessarily come from the top players, or better still, the top leagues in the world. In 2015, the winner of the Puskás Award was ex-Gonesian striker Wendell Lira, and she was succeeded in 2016 by Penang's Maud Fai Subri. So it's very interesting to know that we've had some women who have won the award before.
Je voudrais, avant de donner la parole à Billy, je pense à quelque chose. Je disais que s'il faut regarder réellement le timing du meilleur but de la saison 2019, moi je crois que Choudara est bien parti pour la remporter, parce que elle met ce but au money time, au moment où le Cameroun, aux arrêts du match particulièrement, et c'est ce but qui permet au Cameroun de passer au second tour. Donc il faudrait déjà comprendre la qualité du but et l'intensité du but qui, dans cette action, il faudra dire, elle a mis assez d'efforts que de battre deux défenseurs et cadrer ce ballon dans le but. Ça a été un but génieux, pas parce que je suis Camerounais, mais je dis ça a été un très 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 beau but. Je crois que ceux qui l'ont nommé dans ce Puskás Award, je crois qu'ils n'ont pas mal vu déjà.
All right, so Bill, I come to you. Looking at Puskás' parcours, or better still, way back in 2009, the former chairman, or better still, former president of the FIFA, the World Football Governing Body FIFA, in the person of Sepp Blatter, made it clear that this award was in honor to reward great footballers who have made the game so interesting and so known in the world. And Ferenc Puskás was one of the people whom this honor was accepted or was inculcated into the planning or the program of FIFA. Can we say that Ferenc Puskás was a wizard?
Yeah, he was a football wizard. Yeah, we could say it's a football wizard. And let me tell you, players like Ferenc Puskás, you're going to find them, they are rare species. Because like Jerome just said, it's going to be extremely difficult to match or to beat that record, especially in modern day football, to have somebody who is going to play 85 games and score 84 goals. It's going to be extremely difficult to find that kind of a player, because most of those players who scored, like for example Pelé, who played 1,000 and 1,200 how many goals and scored 1,000 some, it's going to be difficult to meet those kind of players today, especially with the intensity of football today. It's going to be difficult. So people like Puskás, it's good because to me they have been venerated. Yeah, he's been venerated in a level that everybody, from now since 2009, we are going to be talking
definitely
about him. We are going to be talking about him.
It's an award that has come to stay.
It has come to stay, and because now we are talking next year, as we are talking on this plateau today, some other TV, some other countries are also talking about it, and it venerates his name. And each time you want to talk about Puskás, we talk about Real Madrid, or we talk about Hungary. Hungary is not a powerhouse in football. Yeah, but now you see that's the particularity of individual talent also, because an individual talent can make a whole nation go gaga, can make a whole nation be known all over the world, like what Roger Milla did in 1990. It's thanks to Roger Milla that too many people around the world started following Cameroon. Some people were even thinking that Roger Milla was Cameroon, and Cameroon was Roger Milla. Yeah, so it's like that, because some football pundits don't even know about Hungary, about the Hungarian football.
Definitely.
But each time when you talk about Puskás, there is no way you can talk about Puskás without talking about Hungary.
Football team.
That he came here, he was buried in Budapest, he played in Real Madrid. So you see the connection. That is what individual brilliance can bring to football. That is individual brilliance from a unique player. It's going to be very difficult. Yeah, we've had wonderful players these days that we have extraordinary players that we say extraterrestrial, like the Messis, the Ronaldos, the Zlatan. They are aliens in football. But to match or to beat Puskás' record, it's almost what we call in English a Herculean task. That's a task that might never, that needs physical, something more than physical to beat. You see players today, attackers, most of our attackers, they will tell you they have played 100 matches for their football team and they have scored 50 goals. Yeah, which means it gives a percentage of 0 point something a goal per match. But we are talking of somebody who is scoring maybe 1 point something per match.
But can we also say that because in those days, 1955, 1960, the way the football was in those days, it's not the same magnitude of football we have nowadays.
If you are talking about that, why did too many players not score that kind of goal? Yes, we will talk. It's a part of era. At that time, the 1950s.
He was a Lionel Messi, he was a Ronaldo of that era?
Yeah, because when we talk about Puskás in the 50s, you talk about King Pelé. You talk about King Pelé. You talk about the King Pelé. You see players, each generation has their own wizards and their own wizards. You will talk about the 50s to the 70s. You cannot talk about the 50s to the 70s without talking about the Johan Cruyff, without talking about the Pelés, about the Puskás. You come in the 80s, you cannot talk about football without talking about the Socrates, without talking about the Maradona. You want to talk about the 90s, you cannot talk about talking the Roberto Baggio, the Romario. And you want to talk about the early 2000s, you cannot talk about football without talking the Ronaldo, the senior Ronaldo, and some other, the George Huggies, and you cannot talk football without talking about them. And today, present-day football, you cannot talk about football without talking about the Lionel Messi, the Cristiano Ronaldo, the Zlatans, the Eto'os, the Drogbas. You cannot. That is how football is. And 20 years now, or even 10 years from now, 2029, there's going to be a new generation of stars that you cannot talk football at that time without talking about these people. As we are talking about the Puskás today, tomorrow, many years, Puskás played in the 50s, 60s, 70s. That is about 40, 50 years, 60 years ago. You know? So maybe before that, before around, let's say from now to about 60 years, people too will be talking about what the Lionel Messi did today as they are aliens. This one is extraterrestrial. They are going to talk about that too today. So it's about generation. That's how I look at it. We cannot say it was because football was no. Why was all other players not scoring 85 goals in 85 matches or 512 goals in 528 matches? No, it was because he was a different kind of player. Puskás was a different kind of player. He was a star of his generation, like Pelé and the others.
Okay, very important. All right, to remind our televiewers watching us right now that you can join us on the conversation by better still by sending us an SMS using the number on the screen and tell us exactly what you think about the talking point tonight. We're trying to find out can Cameroonian sensational 26-year-old Nchuot Njoya Ajara win this year's Puskás Award? They know that she has been nominated alongside 9 others. That is 10 people shortlisted for the award this year. Hopefully, we shall find out why was she selected or why was it chosen to be part and parcel of the people to contest for the 2019 Puskás Award. Let's find out more in the following report. We'll be right back for more analysis from my gentleman right here in the studio. We'll be right back.
Headed on by Nguene and shoot here. And shoot, good turn away from Percival, another great turn, and shoot, has put...
This is the magical strike against New Zealand at the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup that has seen Nchuot Njoya Ajara nominated for the 2018-2019 Puskás Award. Ajara's second of 2 goals against New Zealand is one of the 10 goals shortlisted by the FIFA technical team for the best goal of the just ended France Women's World Cup. Ajara's goals finished second behind Brazilian Cristiana at the said World Cup. The Cameroonian sensational is contesting for the Puskás Award alongside some of the world's greatest like Lionel Messi and 8 others. 26-year-old Nchuot Njoya Ajara is widely considered as the most performant African player at the last Women's World Cup, with her goal that sent Cameroon into the last 16 classified as the greatest World Cup goal of all time. The Puskás Award, named after legendary Hungarian striker Ferenc Puskás, is a recognition for great goals scored in club and international matches annually. Ajara's fans around the world are thus called upon to vote for their champion by visiting FIFA.com.
All right, you're welcome back. Most of you watching us right now, hopefully you have an idea on why she was chosen to be part and parcel of the nominees for this year's Puskás Award. That is Nchuot Njoya Ajara of Cameroon. And to let you know that she's contesting this award alongside Matthews Konya, Juan Fernando Quintero, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Lionel Messi, Fabio Quagliarella. We have Ami Rodriguez, we have Billy Sampson and Andros Townsend and Daniel Sori. Ajara is widely considered to be the most performant African player of the year because of the wonderful goal she scored against New Zealand at the just ended France 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. Gentlemen, you watched that report, you watched that goal once again. What can you say?
Ça, moi, je me suis déjà le mieux défini, hein, tout en disant que elle est en train de monter en puissance, comme je le disais tantôt. Avec la double blessure, alors qui est en train d'amputer Gaël Deborah Ngalamouet, et ça fait qu'elle a quand même pu batailler comme une belle lionne pour mener haut le standard vert ou jaune. Bon, on sait qu'elle s'est battue, on sait que pendant les 8e de finale, elle a tout fait, elle a pleuré, elle a dit qu'elle ne jouait plus, etc. Donc, je crois que c'est une concentration pour elle parce que elle a aussi été nominée parmi les meilleures joueuses africaines. Donc, pour moi, je dis c'est un taux but. Et comme je l'ai dit, c'est un but de money time, c'est un but qui propulse le Cameroun au tour suivant et autres. Donc, vraiment, excepté. Si j'avais été parmi ceux qui votaient, excepté Lionel Messi, là, eu déjà assez de titres, ça, ce n'est plus à rivaliser avec quelqu'un. Et Ibrahimovic a eu aussi assez de titres. Mais bon, ça reste des titres, hein, ça reste des titres. C'est la seule africaine. Est-ce que pourra-t-il facilement remplacer Mohamed Salah? Ça, c'est la question qu'on attend le 23 septembre du côté de Milan.
I know that normally she may be the first female African to win such a silverware. Knowing that Mohamed Salah has won it before. So we're looking forward for the first female African. And again, Cameroon will be making history to see one of theirs, a woman for that matter, where the boys failed to make a landmark maybe a landmark story, a landmark history. There was a woman who took the opportunity, and we watched from that report. The goal that she scored is a classical goal that nobody saw it coming, and the glory it gave Cameroon. It took Cameroon to the 16th final of the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. To show you the importance of that goal, if not, Cameroon would have crashed out. Billy Bob.
Yeah.
Single-handedly?
Yeah. During the just ended the Female World Cup and shoot Ajara. You know, when during the World Cup, many people were hoping or looking forward to see Ngana Muith and Abudi.
Yeah.
But I, as a football analyst, I was not looking at those two players much, because if you follow Ajara well, I was looking at two players, Ajara and Raisa.
Raisa Future?
Yes, yes, because to me, yes,
Yeah.
to me, those are my two players, because I know Abudi was good, but for somebody like Ngana, she was off my list because automatically she was here. And so then if you look at the games that Cameroon played, she was the most that c'est la joueuse qui avait plus de faim. She wanted more. She wanted more. Even the goal that she scored and that was refused. You see how she cried. She cried because that goal too was a wonderful goal that she scored and it was refused. So Ajara to me is a player that has worked so hard over the years. Since she has been progressing. She has been progressing. She merits being African Footballer of the Year in the female category. She merits it. It's not because the others used to score a lot of goals. No. Ajara merits it. In the whole of all the teams that represented Africa, she was the most enterprising player in all of Africa. Nobody would dispute that. She was the most enterprising. She would rarely lose the ball. Her passes were wonderful, accurate, wonderful passes. Her goals, he was making goals for others. So I think, to me, she merits it. Just that when I look at the list of the nominees,
it's very it's a stiff fight.
It's a stiff fight. Yes, but if we want to take into consideration, like what Sango was saying, yes, for all the goals, I think I watched, if not 90% of the goals, I've watched them, and I know Townsend's goal, because Townsend plays for a team for Crystal Palace. Townsend's goal was a thunder or something. Yes, it's something because it was a Premier League goal. His goal
was a blast.
It was a blast. And then if you look at Ibrahimovic's goal, it was something out of, it was a goal. So
are we saying that?
No, I'm coming.
Okay.
Because I'm just giving facts. I want Ajara to win. But there are powerful goals also between these people. Because when you look at Ibrahimovic's goal that he scored, you look at where he scored that goal, it was almost at the middle of the field. And he's somebody, that's why I say he's an extraterrestrial, an alien. Ibrahimovich. He used to score some kind of goals that nobody is expecting how he managed to score those kind of goals. But then if we look at now Ajara's goal, it happened in the World Cup. Where Cameroon was, it happened in the money time. We know if it was in a basketball, we call it the money time goal. It happened where Cameroon was already out. Cameroon was already crashing out of the tournament. Then
barely a few seconds left for the final whistle to be blown.
And then he took to herself that responsibility to say, okay, c'est mon tour. And she mesmerizes. If you look at the way she mesmerized that the defender, you say no. Because I remember people shouted, people went out, and it was the final. Because after that, the match ended.
That's it.
Yes, that's so I think based on that, scoring that kind of goal at that crucial qualifying your team to the next round, the last 16, at the 8 finals of the Female World Cup, I think just that kudos. I think those who are selecting or those who are voting, if they know all of these statistics, they will say no. Because some people just vote without even knowing what happened or just look at the goal. But if you look at it from our perspective, you will say no, Ajara merits it. Ajara merits, she merits to win the Puskás Award this year. And it will just be fine that Africans have won the last 2 editions, because last year was Momo Salah in the Merseyside debut with Everton. So, and this year, it's if she wins, then it's going to be another great history that an African man won last year and an African lady is winning this year. So that is how it goes. The goals are wonderful, but I think Ajara merits to win also.
All right, she merits to win. That's why she's among the nominees for this year's award. That is the 2019 Pushkash Award, organized by the International Football Governing Body, FIFA. And to let you know that some Cameroonians have been reacting to this award, especially other footballers, male footballers for that matter, have been reacting to this award or this nomination of Nchuot Njoya Ajara. We have Cameroonians like Samuel Etofis, Song, Alexander Song, and other footballers who have been reacting to the nomination of Nchuot Njoya Ajara. Let's bring to you some of their reaction. Cameroon and African football stars, including Samuel Etofis, Alexander Song, and Steve Regis Mvue, have all supported Njoya Ajara's goal at the Women's World Cup against New Zealand to win the coveted Pushkash Award. Steve Regis Mvue said Obeda Still, who is the 2019 Under-17 best player and one of Cameroon's or one of Africa's greatest prospects for the future, currently in advanced tryout with Toulouse Football Club at the tender age, has recognized greatness and tipped Njoya to be the first African lady to win the Pushkash Award. And meanwhile, Samuel Etofis surely knows a superb goal when he sees one. The AFCON record highest goal scorer on his Facebook page wrote, and I read, "My younger sister Njoya Ajara has given Africa great honor yet another time by appearing in the shortlist of 10 players to be nominated for the Pushkash Award for the best goal of the season. Vote for Njoya Ajara, Africa's all-time decorated player," reiterated. Former Barcelona man Alexander Song could not afford to miss out on the act of congratulating the 26-year-old Ajara for the jaw-dropping achievement. Let me read what he said. "Take 2 minutes of your time," he started. "Please go to FIFA.com, vote massively for Ajara, and she has the privilege and the chance to be amongst the 10 nominated for the goal of the season. She made us dream during the World Cup. When she scored a magnificent goal, shimmied left and right before scoring. Wherever we went to, we saw just the goal and the goal, and we saw just the goal she scored. You got millions of views because of your talent. We will support you and vote for you, not because you are a sister, but because you have a talent." Song finished. Ajara is she's for the same challenge, admits the very best. Meanwhile, but she goes on to say the nomination for the prestigious award is a combination of sheer brilliance and poacher's touch. No wonder the great Samuel Etofis and others are providing her with the much needed support. We have 3 Cameroonians: Alexander Song Bilong, we have Steve Regis Mvue, and Samuel Etofis, all canvassing for support for Ajara. What do you make of such solidarity?
Oui, ben, c'est que normal. Nous ne pouvons... Et le contrat aurait surpris tout le monde. C'est que normal que ceux-là se sont mis derrière Nchuot Ajara pour que ça soit quelque chose d'honorifique. Parce qu'on sait que le Cameroun n'a pas encore eu sur le plan féminin un trophée continental au niveau de l'Afrique. Et que de voir Nchuot Ajara à ce niveau-là, on ne peut que dire merci, parce qu'on sait que de temps en temps le Nigeria est passé devant le Cameroun, d'année en année le Nigeria étant passé devant le Cameroun. Ça fait qu'on aurait dû donner peut-être une nominée nigériane, ça n'aurait pas fait grand effet, parce qu'on sait qu'au niveau de l'Afrique, l'équipe phare africaine au niveau du football féminin, c'est le Nigeria. Mais que d'entrer dans l'équipe camerounaise et d'extraire Nchuot Ajara, qu'on sait qu'elle se donne, comme le disait Bill tantôt, qu'elle est en marge de progression. Et comme dans cette équipe féminine, il y a Raïsa Fedje, il y a Nyango, c'est des joueuses en progression. Donc on ne peut que leur souhaiter le bonheur, comme je le disais tantôt. Et ces buts-là ont permis qu'elle renouvelle un bon contrat du côté de l'Europe et que ça lui serve. Donc le soutien de Samuel Eto'o, de Alexander Song Bilong, et de l'autre aussi, hein, l'autre international camerounais,
Steve Voué,
ça fait que, oui, qu'on sache que dans le football mondial, les Camerounais sont les mieux représentés.
All right, but again, no, Billy Bob and Jerome, we should have expected to see, or better still, seen a lot of massive mobilization for supporting Ajaram, because even her teammates of the national team, we've not heard much from them. Maybe Fegafoot should have taken it as a responsibility, even the government, because if she wins, it's not a personal award, but it's for the country Cameroon. So I don't know what's happening. We've not heard so much sing-song about it.
No, it's, you see, it's something that is an award that people are not used to. That's a fact. The Puskás Award is one award that people are not used to.
As the Ballon d'Or.
As the Ballon d'Or, or the Ballon d'Or, or the FIFA best, whatever. So that is I think that's the main reason. It's by us now talking about it. That's when some people even get to know about it. So I don't want to believe that it's a kind of a bad blood syndrome. No, I don't want to believe that's a bad blood syndrome. It's just that it's an award that does not make a lot of noise. Yes, many people don't know about the Puskás Award. Many, even people who are following football, they don't know about the Puskás Award. You understand? They don't even know what it stands for. Just even the name. Some people just know that Puskás used to be a player, but they don't know that.
Si je vais ajouter un moulin, quel que soit ton moulin, Bill, c'est simplement pour dire que si Chute Ajaram n'avait pas été nominé, ça ne devrait pas intéresser les Camerounais.
Les Camerounais ne devaient même pas savoir.
Voilà.
Il fallait un analyste sportif. Il y a même les analystes sportifs qui ne savent rien dans cet award. You understand? There are sportmen and women who don't know about the Puskás Award. So I want to believe that it is it's something that's innocent, that people don't even understand what is happening. But I think now that, for example, now that a Cameroonian has been nominated in that category, in that award, now Cameroonians are beginning to know a little about the Puskás Award, because it doesn't have a night of its own, an award night of its own. It is added into the FIFA best night, and that's where they award it. So you understand. So it's just something that is attached to. It's something that's attached to. It's not like people know about how do we call the Ballon d'Or?
FIFA.
No, le meilleur buteur
européen. Celui d'or.
In La Liga, how do they call it again?
Pichichi.
The Pichichi. Yeah. People know about the Pichichi more than this. You understand?
Because normally because Samuel Eto'o was part and parcel of the Spanish La Liga, and also because he also won it. I think that's why many
people follow the Spanish League a lot. People follow the Spanish League a lot. I don't think people who follow football will tell you that the best goalkeeper is called, I think, the Zamora, something like that in Spain. They give you the Zamora award for best goalkeeper. Best goalkeeper. People know about it. It's because they follow the Spanish League a lot, and so they know much about it. Because if it's not because before Samuel Eto'o won the Pichichi Award, I already knew about the Pichichi Award because the Raúls and many other footballers have won it. You understand?
Okay.
It's just that Puskás is an award that is not well known. It's not well known around the world. Around the world. It's not only in Cameroon. Too many people around the world don't know about that award. People get to know about the award when maybe their national is involved. Yes, because now Cameroonian is involved. I think too many Cameroonians now are going to get vested with, the Puskás Award. Last year, it was Mohamed Salah who was nominated and he won. Some of us knew, but I think Egyptians knew more because Mohamed Salah was involved.
They had an interest?
They had an interest. The stakes were high for them. Now, as the stakes now are
high for us.
Yeah, the stakes are very, very high for us now. So I don't think it's kind of a bad blood, bad belly, as we really say. No. Those who, even the Fecafoot, the government, they don't see it as something which is so massive. So it's just in a passive way. But as we are saying now here, we are talking here, I think most of our televiewers, those who follow us on TV and online, they begin to know that, okay, this thing is happening, this thing is happening, this thing is happening. I think that is that's how we look at the Puskás Award. If not, if it was something that was, that relevant to, like, something that was very, very relevant, like an award of its own, that has its own night, it would have been something different.
All right, let's look on some reactions. This one says Njoya Ajaram made that award because the goal was not only a normal goal but very extraordinary, and even scoring at the last minute of the match, qualifying the Lionesses for the second round of the FIFA Women's World Cup. It says thanks, coming from Romanus all the way from the northwest regional capital of Bamenda. Thank you so much, Romanus, for your SMS tonight. This one says no, she can't can't win the Pushkash Award. All right, the person never signed. Why do you think she can win?
That's his point of view. His or her point
All
of
right,
view.
we respect your point of view, but we would have loved for you to explain to us why you think she can win, as well as why you say she can win as well. So maybe you send us back an SMS telling us why do you say she can win, and also write us or give us your name after the SMS. This one says, Ajara's goal treated and cured me of a severe malaria I had that fateful evening. I'm not tired of watching it. It's coming from Kingsley Ebong from Boya. Thank you so much, Kingsley Ebong, for your reaction on the program tonight. A goal curing somebody from malaria, severe malaria for that matter.
But that's what goals can do for you. That's what that's what the football frenzy, a football frenzy can do, especially when you are on the winning side. Because also a match that if Cameroon was eliminated would have sent some other people to the hospital. So now that it is curing somebody who was sick, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that's curing somebody, because we know when the Lions used to lose matches and here and there, what used to happen to Cameroonians. Someone will tell you, "Master Mimbo, don't sour." You know, that kind of a thing.
Because of a defeat?
Because of a defeat. We've seen people sick. Because, you know, some people, those who do bettings, they stake a lot of money. You know, maybe that person, or we don't know how many, they will call it, you know, in Boya, we say don't cut tickets. You know, when the person go and do party food, do bet, all these bettings, and then at the last minute, that your money was already going, and you realize that the 500 francs that you staked is giving you 55,000 francs. It gives glory, and it can bring you out from a hospital bed.
All right, very important. I think that's the positive aspect of football, especially when you're on the winning side. You feel like everything is moving on smoothly for you, and we give God the glory for at least Ajara scoring a superb goal like that, bringing you back or taking you out of your sick bed. I think it's a plus for us, and we hope that the goal wins more awards.
The person who said Ajara can't win, I might see reasons with him or her, because since he did not sign,
definitely.
Maybe he or she must have watched the other goals. Maybe he or she must have watched the other goals. Like I said earlier, I've seen goals in this thing that. It gives me, if Ajara wins, it's going to make me very happy. But the competition is very stiff.
Definitely, hopefully next week we shall do everything possible to bring to you the goals of the 10 goals for the nomination, hopefully, so that you get to see exactly who did what, because we have 10 of them contesting for the Pushkash Award, and we shall be letting you know exactly how were they nominated, what pushed them to be nominated, and maybe bring to you the goals so that you get to see at least the highlights of the goals scored by these 10 people, and from there you make your judgment. And I think you can only pray, like let the best win, because after you have watched the goals, I believe saying you want to change your mind. Maybe let's take on this other reaction dropping on the Android right now. This one says Ajara marries it. Her goal came like a like a hurricane that shook the world of football. It's coming from Pastor Eric Pola from Mutengene. Pastor Eric, thank you so much. I never knew that pastors also watch football.
Why not? They are human beings. It's a profession, so why not?
All right, thank you so much, Pastor. We hope that you pray for Ajara to win the trophy. You know, as a man of God, you can intercede for her. So because if she wins, therefore, c'est le Cameroun qui gagne. All right, thank you so much. Time for us to take you to our second talking point. We shall be looking at the performances of some Cameroonian players within the week in their respective clubs abroad. We'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, you're welcome back, and we are now zooming into our second talking point on the program tonight, where we're looking at the performances of some Cameroonian players abroad. And I start with you, Jérôme, to ask you which player caught your attention this week.
Est-ce qu'il faudra dire une attention particulière pour les Camerounais à l'international? Pas grand-chose, plutôt du côté inquiet. Ben bon, il faudra dire aussi que ceux qui se sont illustrés peut-être dans certains championnats, Je n'ai pas bien suivi Villarreal, auquel évoluent 2 Camerounais, que ce soit Anguissa, Anguissa et Katoko Kambi. Bon, il faudrait dire que je suis encore inquiet pour Bauken, du côté d'Angers, qui s'obstine toujours à partir du côté de Strasbourg et qui n'a pas encore eu de temps de jeu. Ça n'a pas fait grand-chose pour moi, particulièrement les Camerounais à l'international pour ce week-end. Bon, peut-être que ma mémoire reviendra là tout à l'heure, mais bon, voilà, ça n'a pas été. Andrew Nana, peut-être avec la dans ce temps par rapport à la pré-saison de la Ligue des Champions. Donc, mais bon, sinon, les Camerounais, pas très grand-chose.
All right. What about you, Billy?
Yeah, walk in the same light with him the past week. Most of our brothers did not make hay. So the only person who caught my attention was on Tuesday with Andre Onana, who made some remarkable saves for Ajax, because the match with Apoel. Was Apoel Nicosie? Yes, for the barrage, as they call it in French. He made some remarkable saves that, because when you watch that match, Frenchman will say l'Ajax était méconnaissable. It's not the Ajax that we know. Okay. Yeah, it's not the Ajax that we know.
5 piliers de part.
Yes. So they have sold some of their players, and they are trying to build a new team. Yes. And Andona made 2 remarkable saves that if not until the journalist even said, because I was watching a match in a French channel, that grâce au Onana d'un grand jour, l'Ajax a pu sauver un match nul. Yes, I think the person who caught my attention was Zambo Anguissa also played well for Villarreal, but that it was a very intense match. I think that match was 4-4. It was a 4 tie. You score a score. Oh, yeah, you score a score. Even when Carlo entered the second half, but Zambo played well to the midfield role. But the person who really caught my attention was Andre Onana with Ajax Assemble on Tuesday.
All right, gentlemen, let's bring to you some reactions, or better still, some performances of some Cameroonian players abroad this week. Hopefully, we shall have time to react on them, on their performances. Let's start with in Africa, especially in Angola, where 24-year-old Cameroonian striker Yombi Lionel Vera registered his 3rd goal for Angolan side Pierre-Mero Agosto. And Yombi played for 3 clubs in Cameroon from 2013 to 2016. His first club was Renaissance d'Ngumu in 2013, Njalakwan Sports Academy in 2014, and Racine de Bafoussam in 2016 before leaving for Angola. He has played he has a 2-year contract with Pierre-Mero Agosto worth $400,000 and has scored 3 goals in 3 games. I think it's a good result for this wonderful sensation, the person of Yombi Lionel Vera. Do you know him personally?
Pas particulièrement. Je crois que le travail d'un coéquipier a fait grand chose du côté de l'Angola. Mais moi, c'est un peu surprenant. C'est un peu surprenant parce que les Camerounais, ils sont un peu les frères jumeaux des Brésiliens. On ne peut pas comprendre que les Camerounais jouent au Soudan. Lorsqu'on comprend au Cameroun que les Camerounais sont partis prendre grand chose du côté du Soudan, que les Camerounais évoluent du côté de l'Angola, que les pays qui ne valent pas sur le plan footballistique, le Cameroun. Mais c'est là où les Camerounais partent plus s'expatrier et qui ont les meilleurs salaires. C'est-à-dire qu'on ne peut pas donc comprendre comment... Oui, j'ai suivi son contrat, j'ai suivi la valeur. Voilà, c'est même pour ça que je suis en train d'insister. Voilà pourquoi... Voilà, c'est pour ça que je suis en train d'insister. Parce qu'au Soudan, on paye mieux. En Angola, on paye mieux. Le Cameroun, on a la peine de donner un salaire de 100 000 francs à un joueur. Ben voilà, c'est ce qui écœure un peu.
400 000 $, c'est plus de 250
millions. Oui, c'est pour ça qu'on dit, aujourd'hui, s'il faut rendre professionnels les clubs camerounais, il faille que les clubs camerounais se dotent du professionnalisme. Les entraîneurs, le staff managérial, les agents de clubs, etc. Mais sinon... Pourquoi en Angola? Pourquoi les Camerounais préfèrent jouer en Angola, au Soudan et dans d'autres pays
Il y
à
a
côté.
les Camerounais qui jouent à... Même en République démocratique du Congo.
Voilà, moi j'étais à
les
Tripoli.
Les Loukong et
Voilà,
consorts,
moi j'étais en Libye où il y avait des internationaux camerounais à Al Hilal, l'équipe de Salif Kadhafi.
Oui,
Et
Al
donc,
Hilal.
mais il faudra comprendre tout ça. Et le Cameroun, ces
Al
pays ne
Hilal,
valent pas le
Al-Ittihad.
Cameroun. Ces pays ne valent pas le Cameroun en qualité de jeu.
El Meric.
Mais écoutons,
Il y a
pourquoi
les équipes
donc,
de El Meric.
donc c'est pour ça que j'entre dans ce truc-là. Yumbi, on peut que le dire bravo. On ne peut que remercier les Camerounais qui ont du talent d'aller chercher un tout petit peu de l'argent à côté et de venir aider les familles du côté du pays.
You see a player like Trezor Poutou.
Ouais, voilà, il
Poutou,
a refusé le parti.
Le parti.
En Belgique.
All his football
Au Congo. Voilà, exactement.
Mazembe.
Oui.
And
Oui.
they were paying him.
Oui.
They said, you are not going. They gave him a blank check.
Voilà.
They gave
Oui.
Trezor Poutou
Il a
a
refusé
blank
d'aller en
check.
Belgique.
Moïse Katombi gave him a blank check. Say,
Oui. Mais c'est
La
les
monnaie
équipes
d'argent
structurées,
d'affaires.
Bill. C'est des équipes structurées. Lorsqu'on parle de
Mouté
tout-puissant,
Mapembe, le Vital
on parle
Club.
de Léopard, de quoi on parle de tout-puissant Mazembe. C'est des équipes qui
AS
rivalisent.
Vital Club.
Voilà, c'est des équipes qui rivalisent les équipes du Maghreb. Parce que lorsqu'on parle des équipes en Afrique, on voit rapidement le Maghreb, on voit les équipes tunisiennes comme Étoile Sahel, on voit les équipes comme le Wydad Club Athlétique, on voit les équipes comme la JSK, c'est vrai que ça ne produit plus assez de grandes choses, on voit les équipes de côté. Mais lorsqu'on vient au sud du Sahara, et qu'on se rend
Même les
compte
ASEC
que,
Mimouza.
voilà, qu'on se rend compte qu'il y a des
Les
équipes
Hato Hawks.
comme les tout-puissants Mazembe, les autres du côté de l'Afrique du Sud, les autres, on ne peut que s'en féliciter. Et même du côté du Soudan, avec une équipe comme El Ali aussi le Soudan, qui de temps en temps vient recruter au Cameroun. On se dit, ouais, pourquoi est-ce qu'au Cameroun ça ne décolle pas?
All right. All right, it's a worrying situation, gentlemen. All right, time for us to bring to you our second player tonight. He is Frank Boya. Frank Boya that we've heard quite a lot when he was playing for Cameroon, especially the national team, and why not some local-based clubs here in Cameroon. He now plays for Moskron in Belgium, and he's also making headline news as 5 top European clubs want to hire his services. Among the 5 clubs, FC Bruges is making a higher bid for the young Cameroonian sensational. Frank Boya is making headline news in Belgium, gentlemen.
Frank Boya is a player that I've never loved his style of play.
Why?
So, yeah, I don't know why. Because I think he was supposed to. I don't know. He was supposed to be to do more because playing I wanted him to go play in a championship where there is stiff competition. When you play for championships like the Jupiter League, at times, and you're not playing for Club Brugge, Cercle Brugge, Standard and the League. Because when you say you're playing football in Belgium, that's where you should play football. For Anderlecht, for Club Brugge, Cercle Brugge, for Genk.
Genk, oui.
Yes, you play for clubs like that. We know you are playing because that's it. It's like when you are playing you say you are playing football in Scotland. If you don't play for Glasgow Rangers or for Celtic of Glasgow or to Motherwell or for Motherwell, then you forget you are not playing. You are not playing. To me, you are not. That's it. So since I started hearing of Frank Boya, that I thought he was going to. You talk of 5 top European clubs. If you say the clubs there, most of the clubs are not that top as you may have put it top. When we talk of top European clubs, we're looking at maybe in France we look at Lyon, we look at OM, we look at PSG. Most French clubs, yes, even Monaco and the rest. But you look at you want to go and see maybe it's a team that's playing second fiddle position in Greece. No, it's not. Maybe it's not even Panathinaikos or Olympiacos. So that is just my problem with Frank Boya, and because a player that before I had a lot of expectations.
Are you saying that he's a cause for being where he is right now?
I don't know. I don't want to.
Big clubs are not coming for
I don't want to say he's the cause.
Okay.
Yes, but as a sports analyst or a sports fan, we want to see those who we love move higher heights.
All right.
So if you are not moving to places that we want to, we will become too frustrated.
Okay.
At the point, that's the truth.
All right. So your wish is that at least Frank Boya should move into maybe play for a more prolific.
Yes, even if he wants to play,
league and club.
Even if he's still playing the Jupiter League in Belgium, I want to see him play. I just made it. I want to see him play in Standard of Liège.
All right. So hopefully by time he has a new contract, we'll be right again to analyze.
Yeah, to
analyze the new team that has just signed him in. I want to say good evening to his manager in the person of Mr. Amadou. Amadou is watching us right now. Hopefully he's listening, and hopefully we'll do something about seeing Framboya move to a bigger club out there in Belgium, or why not in Europe in general. Meanwhile, to our next striker on Focus tonight, 24-year-old Cameroonian midfielder George Kevin Kudu was spotted in Turkey recently ahead of his imminent move to Turkish giants Beşiktaş. Nkudu's current contract with Tottenham runs till the 21st till 2021, but he has failed to impress Spurs boss Mauricio Pochettino. He has made just 10 league appearances for the North London club since joining them in 2016. His loan spells with Burnley and Monaco has not really made a good case for him. According to L'Equipe, he is expected to sign a 4-year contract worth about 5 million euro, and the former Nantes and Marseille winger will be hoping for better fortunes in Turkey. Meanwhile, 19-year-old Niki Beloko closing a move to KAA Ghent. The 19-year-old native of Eboloa, Niki Stefan Meja Beloko, is on his way to Belgian top flight side KAA Ghent. Reports from Allez Le Lyon says his Serie A team Florentina and Ghent agreed on a loan deal till 2020. The midfielder moved to Florentina in 2018 from Swiss club FC Sion. The loan move is expected to help the player in his next development. Though he was born in Eboloa in Cameroon and passed through a Cameroon club such as Aigle FC, he has opted to represent Switzerland at the youth level. He has already made or had 4 selections with the Swiss under-19 national football team. Before moving to Sion, he had a spell with Vevey Sports and Lausanne as a younger player. He will have to rock solid, or better still, he will have rock solid indomitable Lions defender and Ghent record signing Michael Ngado-Gadjui as his teammate. So should we have Nkudu in KA Ghent, he will play alongside his compatriot in the person of Michael Ngado-Gadjui, is making I think so far so good. He just left from Slava Prague. He has now moved to KA Ghent, and he's making headline waves. What do you make of such a move from Cameroonians, especially from Beloko, going to join Ngado in
Moi,
Ghent?
je vais commencer par Kudu, qui dit, pour moi, ça a été la même bêtise que Clinton J. Voilà. Parti de Marseille pour Tottenham, parce qu'ils n'avaient pas encore mûri dans le championnat français. Ils se précipitent et ils vont se buter. Et après, on les prête à gauche et à droite. Et ils n'ont plus la forme. Kudu, lui déjà, c'est un gars que je n'aime pas particulièrement trop parce que c'est des joueurs qui prétendent attendre l'équipe nationale de France et qui ne veulent pas venir aider l'équipe nationale du Cameroun. Donc, il faudra tout simplement dire que son départ pour Marseille, pour Tottenham, je ne sais pas qui est son agent de joueur, a priori, il n'avait pas encore été celui-là qui pouvait jouer dans Tottenham. Et arrivé à Tottenham, il n'a pas fait assez de matchs. On le prête à Burnley. Burnley n'a pas fait de match que Tottenham lui récupère pour la pré-saison et qu'il lui remette dans l'option de prêt du côté de la Turquie. C'est du gâchis total. C'est un peu l'histoire de Batshuayi qui de temps en temps a été prêté à gauche et à droite. Mais s'il faut revenir sur Beloko qui est du côté de la Suisse, c'est un bon défenseur qui a un très bon profil. Mais il faut dire que c'est des joueurs qui de temps en temps, de par leur profil, ne se mettent pas dans le sens de la collectivité parce qu'aujourd'hui, le football européen demande beaucoup plus d'agressivité, de vitesse. Et je veux dire, on ne peut pas qu'être défenseur et ne pas fournir. Maintenant, quitte Ngado-Gadjui qui revient, qui quitte Slavia Prague. Pour revenir à Sochaux, je crois que c'est aussi une baisse complète de forme parce que Prague, c'est au moins des équipes européennes du côté de la République tchèque qui reviennent faire les secondes dans une Ligue 2 française. Bon, il faudra dire qu'il avait perdu complètement le fil et qu'il a besoin de se relancer. Et comme Paul Le Guen, non, Je ne crois pas que Paul Auguin étant entraîneur du Havre, je vais dire l'entraîneur du côté de Sochaux, qui lui a donné cette opportunité de revenir, quitte à lui de se mettre, de bosser et de pouvoir retrouver le haut niveau.
All right, very important. Meanwhile, move to our next player in the person of Jean-Charles Castello, who leaves Brest training with an injury. Bad news for fans of the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon and start Bestois in the French top flight. 24-year-old Cameroon centre-back Jean-Charles Castelletto might see his bright start to the new French Ligue 1 season for new promoted Brest blighted, or better still, blighted by an ankle injury. Castelletto could not continue training on Wednesday after an ankle injury, according to Le Telegram. Details on the extent of his injury will be known after further medications examination will be carried out. Brest have some comforting news for their infirmary. Gaetan Bello, another potential Indomitable Lion. Yangas Mananga Mbok returned to train, or better still, returns to training yesterday after after long layoffs due to injuries. Castelletto was an ever-present in the Brest back line last season in the French Ligue 2 and helped them return to the French top flight. So we wish him a quick recovery out there. Meanwhile, move to Amsterdam. Hopefully, as Suella mentioned, Andre Onana, who was in superlative form, as Suella mentioned, gentlemen. Cameroon's pole guard Andre Onana was omnipresent in Ajax draw against Apoel Nicosia in the preliminaries of the UEFA Champions League. That was on Tuesday. Andre Onana and his Ajax side picked up a 0-all tie against Apoel Nicosia in the UEFA Champions League preliminaries round on Tuesday, largely thanks to multiple miraculous saves from the former Funderspor boy. Last season's semi-finalist shook hands and went separate ways with the Cyprus first tier side, Apoel Nicosia, after sneaking a goalless draw with a man shot. The person of Mazrui was given a marching order at the 80th minute. The Dutch side has not been on the top form of their game in this season's UEFA Champions League preliminaries, but they have better still, they have always found a way of winning by narrowest of margins. The last stage against Puak ending 5-4 on aggregate. Andre Onana and co will be in for a pulsating return leg that will be played on Wednesday, August 28, 2019 at the Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam. Gentlemen, as Yola mentioned, Onana making so two wonderful saves that saw them at least picking up a point.
Yeah, one thing about Ajax is that I think Ajax, they are not even supposed to be playing where they are playing now, because the reform of UEFA that's coming is very important. I don't see how a team like Ajax will be playing preliminaries for Champions League. That's a big problem. Yeah, it's a big problem. Ajax is a Champions League winner. Ajax is 99.
Semi-finalist?
Yes. No, I mean, they have won the Champions League. 1995. They won the Champions League. So this, when you take them, you bring a team like Ajax of Amsterdam to be playing the preliminaries.
Vraiment?
And of which they are champions of Eredivisie.
Eredivisie?
Yes, they are champions of Eredivisie, and you bring them to come and play preliminaries. I think the reforms of UEFA. While teams, English and the others, will have 4 teams direct qualification, and then you bring Ajax, who is a champion, there to come and play. You know, it's something. I think
it's degrading.
It's degrading. It's degrading. And at times, you know, football is a terrible game. You realize that Ajax might have problems because it's pre-season, they start a season, and then of which when they come now into the real competition, when they go the group of 32, now the group stages, you realize that Ajax will be okay. But with a slight error, you might eliminate them through the preliminaries that they are playing. You might eliminate Ajax for no good reason. So I think because I think UEFA, it was just postponed. They postponed the reforms that they were going to have it this year to see how they can revisit and revive the way. So maybe after this, you will not have teams from England and maybe or maybe they are going to add it so that it gives teams from the Balkans country direct qualification. At least if the team is a first team, the champion should qualify directly rather than making a whole Ajax of Amsterdam. At least Holland has great teams. PSV Eindhoven, 20 FC, Feyenoord. Those are great teams in that play in the Eredivisie League, and then you bring it's degrading. It's degrading. I'm telling you, it's degrading. And that's why some people don't want to go and play in countries like that because they are not too sure if they will ever play Champions League football. You're not sure because when you take a champion who is playing preliminaries, you are not certain.
All right.
You are not certain that he or she might the champion might qualify for the group stages of Champions League. And it makes now some of our players now are lost. Like he was talking about, I will talk a little about Nkudu. Nkudu is like, I don't know what happened to those two Cameroonians because they replaced Clinton with Nkudu. Because at that time that they were selling Clinton, they were counting more on Nkudu, who was coming freshly from Marseille. And then it was the same mistake that Clinton made coming freshly from Lyon.
Yes.
They made that same mistake and they were nowhere to be found because they were presented huge sums of money, and like you rightly said here last week that ils ont été mal entourés, mal conseillés.
All right.
Yes, mal conseillés, and it's something that I don't know with our young players, they should be well informed, well advised before they take a move.
Such a move.
Yeah, before they make a move, because most of the players that you are calling here, unfortunately, those are players that if you're not a football analyst or a sport fan, you will not know them.
Definitely.
You will not know them. All the Bolokos and rest, people don't know them. Because they don't play first grade football. They play second fiddle football in countries.
All right, maybe this time around, let's talk about somebody who plays first fiddle football and that he may be known internationally. The person of Karl Toko Ekambi, who has received the Golden Boot Award for the 2018-2019 football season. 18 goals last season were enough to get Cameroon's Karl Toko Ekambi Villarreal's Golden Boot Award. Ekambi received the Golden Boot on Tuesday amongst two other winners of personal accolades: Nigerian Samuel Chukwueze and small Spaniard Sanzi Cazorla. 27-year-old had a dream debut season for the Yellow Submarines, coming from the French league, from the French league, where fans ran out of superlative to describe his heroic with Angers scoring 17 goals in his last season in the French Ligue 1 to pick the Marc-Vivien Foé Award. The wing wizard is yet to have a grip of impose himself as a starter in the strong Villarreal side, but he will be looking forward to make his opportunities coming off the bench, if not more, this season. The 2017 AFCON winner played 21 second half minutes in the first game of the season in a 4-4 parity or tie with Granada. Meanwhile, briefly, Adolphe Tequeux has also made a move back to Sochaux, that is in the French Ligue 1. Meanwhile, Ganako has also been named this year. He was named Ganako was named this year in the French best 11 players of the week after he had a very wonderful outing with his French club over the week. So, gentlemen, time is not on our side. We are slowly but surely coming to the end of the program. Their last words, especially as we call it quits, for our ambassadors, Cameroonian players. We just spoke about Karl Toko Ekambi. This season, he's still to find his way into the first 11. But again, he was rewarded last year. He was rewarded for his last year's achievement. Briefly?
Ben, il faut tout simplement dire qu'il doit se mettre rapidement au pas parce que tout comme il se constitue pas au niveau de la sélection de l'équipe nationale du Cameroun, il devrait rapidement retrouver ses marques, je voudrais dire, parce qu'il c'est le mieux comporté du côté d'Angers qu'il lui a donné un transfert du côté de Villarreal. Donc, Karl Toko Ekambi, et comme le disait Bill tantôt, je crois que la FIFA devait regarder un peu ça. Que de faire commencer une équipe championne, une équipe qui a atteint les demi-finales de la Ligue des Champions comme l'Ajax d'Amsterdam que de commencer au niveau des préliminaires. Je peux me penser que si une équipe telle Ajax avait retrouvé une équipe comme le Sheriff Tiraspol dit Tambin, il devait dire moi j'ai joué avec l'Ajax d'Amsterdam, c'est quand même non honorable. Donc je voudrais dire qu'il se doit de commencer avec les autres 14, qu'on les révèle directement dans les poules et qu'on ne les fasse pas jouer les préliminaires. Donc je peux simplement dire que la soirée était belle et je dis bonsoir tout le monde.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Jérôme Mbango. What about you, Billy?
Well, most of our Cameroonian professional players, I think they should get to work, work more, and think wisely, make wise decisions. That they should not be, because the career of footballer is very short. The career of footballer is very short. You see, when you are 30 in football, they consider you old player.
All right.
And you are a very old player at the age of 30. Yeah, so I think I see Adolf Teke coming back, playing and
to social.
And I think for Toko Ekambi, it's going to be very difficult for him, especially with the form of people like Chukwueze now. So he has to work so hard.
And also with the coming in of Zambo Anguissa.
And Zambo Anguissa.
It's going to be very tough.
Fortunately for him, Zambo is a central midfielder and he's a winger. So but now one of his main challenges is going to be Chukwueze. And
who was quite prolific as well in the just ended AFCON.
Santi Cazorla, who used to play with Arsenal. And so I think Villarreal, so they should just get to work and keep their heads high. And to see that they make Cameroon proud and get us where we used to be, where we used to have players who play for big clubs, because we've not had that, for a while now we've not had Cameroonian players who play for big clubs. So I think next week we'll still be here to edify our sport viewers.
Thank you so much, Billy Bob, and that's the promise we're making, because God willing we shall be right here for another dose of Prime Sports Live next week, Thursday at exactly 9:30 p.m. So catch the rendezvous with us. We shall still be here hopefully with big brother Jérôme Mbango, who is a football agent, why not so as well with big brother as well, Billy Bob and Dive Lifongo, who always be here with other new panelists to help discuss football, handball, basketball, and all other sporting disciplines on the program Prime Sports Live on My Media Prime Television. Thank you so much to the producer of this program, the person of Mr. Christian Bower. Thank you so much for your in-depth technological know-how on the program tonight. Mr. Desmond Akeba, thank you so much for your input as well. And why not to you, Mr. Mbu, Jerry Tabe, you were the broadcasting unit of this production. Thank you so much for your input tonight. Mr. and Mrs. Brilliant Tamben were the general supervisors of this program tonight. Metuga Stanley, the son of Mr. Ngalaman, right here. Friends call me the newsman, saying thanks for watching and stay blessed and keep on watching more programs live on My Media Prime Television. Whenever you think about sports, think about your darling TV station, My Media Prime Television, and whenever you think about My Media Prime Television as well, think about Prime Sports, because every Thursday we talk nothing else but sports right here. Until then, God bless. Respect.